Internet, how's it going? It's your boy John Grave Show, and today I'm bringing you some information on the show a little bit. Everybody knows it's Kill la Kill, and as I keep saying, this show is as random as ever, and possibly it's starting to feel like it. Mostly because this episode, possibly everybody's favorite heroine, Ryuko, goes up against her good man Gamagori, and apparently, yeah, he's as powerful as he was as he presented himself as last time, or at least like in the last episode when he took down all those lower classmen who were trying to attack him for no reason. Apparently we now know the order of who she's going to fight. It's not necessarily in order on strength per se, and it's not necessarily in order on who's the strongest. It's mostly just an order on who beat up the most underclassmen, because the underclassmen were mostly just trying to like fight the Elite Four just so they could gain an upper hand and go up the ranks. So mostly that's kind of what they did. And apparently Gamagori was possibly the one who fought the least underclassmen, so that's why he gets to go first. With the other ones, Inamura, Jakuzure, and Sanagayama. All the they're going in that order, and it's mostly because like how many students they beat. In this episode, mostly you possibly just see what's name just fighting now it was supposed to be just like an all-out battle with her and Gamagori, but in terms of that, we do sort of have like a little bit of foreshadowing as to, or at least what I feel like is foreshadowing, mostly because her teacher Aikuro, mostly he's basically like telling her, you know, you probably shouldn't be fighting the Elite Four right now because, you know, they're not going to give you all the answers that or at least like they're probably not going to let you, or at least I'm guessing that possibly he's telling her like they're not going to let tell you what you want to know, and possibly, you know, she's like, well, yeah, you know, I'm just going to beat it out of them if you can't tell me what I want to know. You know, possibly because I get the feeling that they all know what man she has, what man she's looking for. They're just not telling her for reasons unknown, or possibly they just want to test her strength or whatever. However, possibly going on from that, moving on to Ryuko and Gamagori's battle. Mostly, they do kind of have like another flashback scene about how he has the resolve to he kind of like gets caught up in his resolve of basically like promising himself to do like absurd things, such as like when he first fought when he first fought Satsuki when they were both in middle school, I believe, and because of that, she beat him up pretty bad, and you know, because that's how he became her guardian and stuff. Which is actually kind of noble, but at the same time was kind of violent, or at the very least, it was sort of just there because it was like, well, yeah, man, she obviously has like the epitome of like an evil villain. Except for the only thing that he could do right now was just sort of just work with her and make that his goal for right now, which sort of seems like an okay thing. Now moving on to the battle, it's as possibly she tried to like figure out his thing, except for this time Senketsu basically comes to the aid on this one, most because her original tactics of trying to fight him, because Gamagori, in a sense, if I could put this in fighting game terms, he's actually a fighting game character who is essentially he's essentially a reverse character. If I'm putting this in Capcom Capcom versus SNK terms, he uses the rage gauge. So possibly he just reverses all of your stuff until like his special meter comes up, and then he just unleashes like a tremendous super on you, which at that point she really couldn't do anything to him because he would just absorb her damage and then just sort of just unleash it back on her. In terms of how they beat him, however, like I said, like how Senketsu basically comes in for this save is that he kind of realizes like, well, yeah, if their suits can transform, then how come I can't? And possibly he transforms into like a gigantic like razor suit and like tears like all of his stuff off, and they use that as their chance to possibly defeat him. Then once she does defeat him, possibly Gamagori sort of has this little like moment where he's like, he feels ashamed, he's gonna kill himself, and then Satsuki basically stops him, telling him it's too late for them to like give up and stuff like that, and passes out. She gives the then possibly from that we go on to like our next battle, or which is scheduled for next week, where she fights Inumura, the Elite Four member, who's possibly the who is the man on information and strategy. So yeah, most likely that's gonna be like an interesting battle that's gonna be piled up next week. Mostly because we don't really know too much about his combat abilities or what he's capable of. Not even knowing what his 3-star student uniform does. So for the very first time, he basically like unzipped his jacket and I actually see his face now, and he seems pretty dangerous. So yeah, we are in for something next week. So yeah, you guys please rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you think that the next battle is gonna be hype? Do you think that this show is just getting random, and after man she wins the thing, man, she's really not just gonna get they're not gonna really give her any answers? Or do you feel like that all this stuff over here right there, man, is gonna tie up in like some neat little final clash with Setsuki? Let me know in the comments and have a good one. Hey there, everybody. If you like this video, please pick up this book right here. It's called Mizuki Dragon Warriors. It's down in the description. Go ahead and pick it up, man, for a few pennies. And hey, have a good read. Have a good one.